Thursday, October 27th at 8:30 a.m. First thing I want to go into is the chart on AMC. If you look here, the last time I made a video was back in here, and I mentioned that chances are it'll go sideways a bit, consolidate, kind of bleed out. We've seen that, and if you look at the share turnover count day by day, and then compare to what's in the float, you've had just about figuratively turnover. So 63 million, 86, 150, 280. So coming back into here, that adds up to 500. And so you have a 4-week consolidation base. I'm not saying it's going to rocket right back, but I believe that you're going to start to see some buying, and chances are shorts also will be able to borrow less shares to add and sell into the rallies. So I'm bullish on AMC here. If you look at the annual sales versus market cap, it's now 1 times. And not so much for movie theater traffic as excitement and perception for the stock, as well as management's ability to raise capital in this environment and diversify the business. So it's really the first time I've said I'm wrong, other than buying 100 shares when the initial 8 movement started. A couple other things. SWN is coming out with earnings, Southwestern Energy. I believe this chart looks real nice here. The worst case is it checks back into this 6 or 587 mark. I don't think it will. I think it'll be kind of a sloppy day today, but I think on close we're going to see going into earnings after the bell and going forward. I think you're going to see a pivot through the 734 mark, a retest of low 8s, brief consolidation, retest of 987. Several price targets have been adjusted of late. A.G. Edwards lowered it from 10 to 9. Piper, Jeffries initiated, I believe it was a 9, not anywhere from $9 to $10 target, maybe 12. I'm not sure, but what I look for, some of the keys, is the institutional ownership. This is fintel.io. If you check out the institutional ownership on Southwestern Energy, you come in here, you can do buyers, sellers, sort by percentage change or amount of shares. But in this case, I'm just going to do sort by shares. And although you've seen this decrease since the prior period, 145 million, slight decrease. Not worried about it. This was less than 100 million just a couple months ago. Vanguard, this is Fidelity. This is the ETF. Again, Fidelity. So if you just add these two Fidelity positions, that's 130 million. When I started buying this around COVID, they had about 10 million. Then go into Vanguard, 125 million, 32 million. So these guys are loaded in this thing. And the reason why is the market cap 7.3 billion, but yet they're doing 12 billion in annual sales, and the majority of that growth is through acquisitions, and they did it brilliantly as far as timing and price paid, location, the Haynesville Basin. It's one of the pure play natural gas domestic at Southwestern Energy. You see discount to S&P right now is 70%, PE is 5. If you look at this growth here, 33.19. They came out with 33 cents, expected 19. 40 instead of 29. 31.18. So the earnings per share rating is 94. This is MarketSmith and Investor Business Daily. Composite rating 96. This growth rate's misleading. The growth rate may not be misleading, but my understanding is it's higher. Even if you go, but I'll check into that. 3 times book. Now this debt also, don't be fooled, by the end of this year, maybe first quarter of next year, that debt for the Haynesville acquisition will have been paid. I believe it was $2 billion. They paid it in about 4 to 5 quarters, maybe less. We'll find out today. But the next thing I just wanted to touch on was some of the other stocks I traded. Rocket, I have to post the trade, but in here, I bought calls, sold yesterday, put a little bit of a pop there. Palantir, I like this chart, but I like it when it gets through this 860. You see how tight? That's sellers suppressing in there, in my opinion. I think this is going to work through here, and you're going to get it moved back toward 10 to 200 on Palantir. Vail, I've been dead on. Look at this chart. This thing's them too. When you do the fundamentals, it's 40 billion versus 70 billion market cap. Anyway, hopefully we get a rally here in these meme stocks. AMC chart's looking pretty good. This has gone sideways, but I think it has some more time to go when you count the shares. Yeah, and the other one I added and I have is Himax Semiconductors. If you look at their growth, just going back since 2015, they had a blowout year 2021. Even if they don't sustain that, they come in between $1.23 and 57 going forward. That's 90 cents a share. It's $1 billion market cap, $2 billion annual sales, 90% discount to S&P 500 when you compare pound for pound PE. Return on equity 69%. Taiwan-based semiconductor fabulous. That's Himax Technologies. They make some gaming, virtual reality chips, top of the line, and they have a massive backlog. Always verify my research. Anything I may misstate, I'm happy to be corrected on, and it keeps obviously the information. But you can see it here. Yield 21%, just over book. I like Fabless over manufacturers. There's less excuses on earnings. We'll just go through these charts on Fabless. And then lastly, metals. I'm going to make a separate video on metals and some of my option trades. Have a good day.